Hello and welcome back to the show. So, I'm really excited today to be sitting down with my guest because he is a true leader in international real estate. So, my guest for today is Charlie Lim, who is currently the head of expansion for all of REMAX in the country of Indonesia. Charlie has been a principal broker owner for multiple brands across the country, and he has a lot of experience in real estate as an agent, as a business owner, but also working with other real estate agents as well. In today's episode, we're going to be talking with Charlie a little bit about what it takes to be a successful agent, but also his experience as an expansion and growth leader, bringing on top producing agents, helping them succeed, and expanding an existing real estate brand into a new market. So, Charlie, welcome to the show, man. Super excited to have you join us here today.
Hey, thank you, Kobe. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's rare that we get somebody as as experienced as yourself in in a market and in a country, essentially leading the expansion of an existing proven brand. So I would love for you to be able to share just a little bit about yourself for our audience, so that way they know who you are and kind of your background in real estate and how did you get into the role that you are in here today.
Certainly. Kobe, so I am in the real estate industry for more than 15 years until today. But before that, I was, trying so many things. I graduated from Macquarie University in Sydney, Australia, but then I was majoring in computer science.
No.
So after I graduated, of course, I would love to have a IT job or doing those kind of things. But after doing that for a few years, I thought to myself that, dealing with computers every day, doing coding and such, I think it's kind of, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's just not something that I wanted at that moment. So I started to do something else. I started to learn the sales and marketing, and I have a mentor when I was in Australia. My mentor actually he is actually one of the developer in Australia as well. He built a residential apartments, buildings, mall and such. So I learned so much about property, about real estate from him, and that's why I has also interest in the real estate. So I decided to come back to Indonesia. I think that was in back in 2006. I went back to Indonesia, and I was I didn't jump to property or real estate straight away. So I tried to find my way in Indonesia, try to get used to the Indonesian culture again after so many years in Australia. And that's when I started to do a lot of different things before I jump into the real estate industry. So I remember in 2010 I started to become a real estate investor first in 2010. So I bought a land and then build a house and then sell it again, that kind of thing. So you get a bit of profit from doing that. So after doing that for a few years, I started to see that, hey, this is actually a very good business. It's actually a very good, tools to double your income, to double your money. So I took a property certification. So we have a property school, property academy in Indonesia as well in Jakarta. So I took a certification, real estate certified real estate investors, analysis, and developer as well. So that's where I met up with some friends at the same, school, with the same vision. We want to build something and sell the to the people. So we started our first project. I remember I was with my friends. There were five of us. We built sort of houses. Okay. And from there, I remember my business partner told me to, hey, bro, because you are very good in sales and marketing, so maybe it's better for you to be in charge in the sales. And that's where I started to think, okay, what should I do to be able to sell the projects, to the properties? And then I started to visit brokers, real estate agencies. And I remember vividly, I went to 18 different brands in the area. and I asked them, hey, can you help me sell the projects? We have a, off the plan project. It's a shop houses, and this is the price, this is the commission that you will get, and such. So, but out of those 18 uh, real estate agency, none of them actually made any sales. So I was a bit confused. Why? So many reasons, because they said, because you are a new player in this industry, so maybe our team doesn't really want to, sell your project much because we rather to sell some other, big developers project and such. It's easier for our team as well. And some of the agents say, oh, maybe your commission is not big enough, it's too small. And okay, then I give you, additional. If you can make any sales, then you free to talk. Let's talk. Let's discuss. I'm open to any discussion. But it still didn't work for me. So at that moment, I was thinking, hey, okay, why don't I make my own real estate agency, and then so I can have my team that focus selling on my own projects. So that's where I started to find a different of brand, and then I came across to one of the brand from Australia. It's called Harcourts. Harcourts is from Australia. So I bought a franchise. I bought a Harcourt franchise and become the broker owners. So at that moment, I started to do recruitment. So I started to, talk to my friends, my relative, my families. Hey, you want to become an agent? I have this brand new off the plan projects, very good location, good price, good commission as well. Just come and become our agents, and then we'll help you. We coach you, we train you how to become a great realtor. So um, cut the story. A long story short, that we solved all the projects by ourselves. Yeah. So I think, and that's where I started to think, hey, this business is actually very, very good as well. I mean, doing become a realtor, you don't need a lot of, you don't need to have a lot of initial capital like a developer does, right? So as long as you have some things that you can sell, you have relative, you have connection, you know how to sell, then you can make money as well. So I continue my real estate agency after a few years, and then I changed to Remax because I know Remax is also very big in Australia, in America, in US, right? So I met up with the Remax owner, the master franchise for Indonesia, spoken to them, and I said, look, I want to change my brand to Remax. And then we converted. We converted to Remax. That was in 2018. So I'm with Remax for 7 years now. It was in 2018. So I joined Remax, become the broker owners of Remax, in one of the broker owner of Remax in Indonesia. And after a few years with them, I remember they also offer me whether I want to jump into the management level. I mean, to the headquarters. Well, there was a, a privilege for me. I mean, I was very very excited to listen to that. I mean, they offered me to join the headquarters of Remax Indonesia, and after few discussion, I decided to join Remax Indonesia in 2021. That was, I think, still a COVID year. The pandemic. Yeah, but I decided to join Remax Indonesia, and this is my fourth year with Remax Indonesia. And for the past 4 years, we've been doing very, very great despite the pandemic in Indonesia. Impacted us so bad. I mean, of course, I think every country that experienced that. And yeah, for us in Indonesia, for the past 4 years, it's been doing very great. We have a lot of new branches in Indonesia. We expand Remax quite well in Indonesia, and we have a lot of new members of Remax Indonesia. And well, yeah, I think that's until now. I think that's pretty much it about it, Kobe.
That's awesome, man. So you have a really unique kind of intro into the real estate agent and brokerage world. Now, most agents start out, or most broker owners start out as maybe an individual agent first, right, as part of
Yeah,
an agency, part of a branch, and then they work their way up. Maybe they start a team, right? Or maybe they just go right into owning their own branch, depending on the structure of real estate agencies and how it works in each individual's country, of course. But the way that you guys started was you had a almost like a problem, right? Where you had your own developments, you're an investor, and the branches around that you talked to, they weren't necessarily really willing to help sell your developments and your property. So you ended
yeah,
up
yeah.
starting your own agency because of that. So how was that? How did that experience go for you as far as starting immediately as an agency owner with, very little experience as an agent before? And did you run into any issues trying to recruit agents to work for you? Because most of the time, I think agents are gravitating towards those who have maybe come before them.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Kobe, at that moment, the reason why I bought a franchise because I didn't know anything about the real estate industry, about how to operate a broker or a brokerage, or to how to recruit agents, how to develop agents. The reason why I bought a franchise because I want to learn straight away from the master franchise. Of course, they will have a guidelines what to do. I mean, how to do recruitments, how to develop your team, how to do retention and such. And that is the reason why I bought the franchise because I want to learn straight away because I have to sell my project as soon as possible. As of course as a developer, the sooner you sell your projects, the better your return on investment. Of course. So that is why the reason I bought a franchise is because of that. And then the I started when I was doing recruitment. I remember I was recruiting just the one that I know well first. My friends, my close friends, my relative, my inner core, my community instead of other people that I don't know, right? So the reason I was doing that because as a new player, I also don't think that I will do well. I mean, because I have no background or experience or whatsoever. But if you recruit your friends as your team, of course, if you've done something not right, they will forgive you because they know you well. They are your friends anyway. They will they can be more ease than compared to someone that you don't even know them, right? So I think that's why my strategy back then was just to recruit everyone that I know well, and of course they know me well as well. So I think that was my first strategy, and actually it was really good. Yeah, I mean I had at first I had 28 of my friends who joined the team. Yeah, I had 28 agents and they started to it doesn't start from 28, but it started from a small team, but they brought their friend as well. We become like a sort of like a family. We had a weekly meeting every week, and every week after the weekly meeting we had lunch together. Everyone started to bring some people they bring fruit, some people they bring drinks and stuff, and so we all like a family, friendship, that kind of thing. So it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you've built a lot of great relationships. So I think it's a very good point when it comes to talking about building a team or recruiting real estate agents, regardless of where you're at, right? Because the same principle that you use can be applied regardless of what market you're in, regardless of what brand you're with, and regardless of what country you're in as well. Because
Yeah.
you've built these relationships with you, like you mentioned, with 28 of your friends and they were willing to trust you essentially as a business partner, as a leader to work
Yes.
with you. And then they've leveraged their relationships, like you mentioned as well. And some of them will bring other agents, right, or other people
Yeah.
that might see what they're doing and to continue working as a real estate agent as well. So you've really, truly kind of built your business based on relationships. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yes. Yes. I think relationship is very important in this business, Kobe, because I always say to every broker owners that this business is not just a matter of real estate or property. It's not a real estate business. It's not a property business, but it's a human business. It's a people business. It's how you build your team. It's how you manage them. It's how you make your team trust you in every decision that you make, you know, because you will dealing with so many people on so many different level and so many different backgrounds. So this is why you need to have a good leadership skill as well. And you need to have a good strong relationship with them, because it's very easy for agents to see a negative a negative from side from you, right? So it we have just to communicate well to them, because we don't want them to misunderstanding because we didn't communicate well. So I think relationship is very, very important for this business, for in this industry.
Absolutely. And it's across the board, right? Doesn't matter what market or
Yeah,
what country you're in, across the board. That's what I've heard from everybody that I interviewed. And it's coming, directly from you as well. It's based in relationships and it's based on people's ability and willingness to trust you and work with you
right.
as well. So now the other question that I have for you is now as a leader, right? Now you have your agents who've joined you and who are willing to work with you. How have you developed the plan in order to actually train these agents to begin producing sales, right? They were obviously going out there and selling your developments and the properties that you guys had, but coming from almost like a different background, right? You were in real
Mm.
estate, but in like a different branch or a different avenue of real estate. You were in the development world. How did you develop the skill sets? How did you develop the programs in order to actually help train and develop these agents so that way they can not only just join you, but also be successful and start producing sales? And then, of course, the income that comes with that as well.
Okay. First, I strongly believe in a training, yeah, because I know I also learn by training. Okay. As I mentioned before, I didn't have any real estate background or real estate experience before, but I learned myself. I learned from people. I learned from other brand as well regarding, property real estate. So I believe in training that will create my team will become better. So first, of course, I create a sort of like a training module for them, right? So every week, no, we're not just meeting for having fun together or not, but we also train them. We also teach them something new every week. So for example, right now we are focusing on training how to create content, how to make reels, how to create videos, real estate videos, and such. And not just that, we also teach them how to edit the video, how to promote your video through social media, through online advertising. So this is what we've been teaching, trying to teach them. I noticed with some of older generation agents, they a bit reluctant to learn something new. Sometimes they say, "Oh, it's too much for me. I think this is for the young people. This is for the Generation Z people, for the millennium people. I'm the baby boomers generation and such." But for me, it's just a matter of whether you can or you cannot. It's a matter of you want or you want, right? You want to do it or you don't want to do it. So if you want to do it, then you need to open your mindset. Yes, you have to learn something new, right? So I mean, even in our technologies right now, we have a lot of new technologies coming up. We have AI now. We have so many things coming up. If you don't learn that kind of things, I mean, you will be left behind. So this is what I've been teaching. I've been telling my team that every now and then you have to learn. You have to you have to improve yourself, right? That's the first thing, that's the basic thing that you need to do. And the second thing that we planning is you need to have a plan on your activities. What do you want to do? All right, you have a properties to sell, you have projects to sell, right? But what's your plan? Okay, what do you want to do with this project? What do you want to do with this property? Okay, I want to visit the properties. I want to make a good videos of it. I want to create a good photos of it. Okay, I want to take a good photo. Yeah, yes, okay, of course. And then what's next? So we've been doing one-on-one, also one-on-one training and one-on-one mentorship. We call it here, yeah, to the agents. So we know exactly what they're doing and when they're going to do it and how they're going to do it. So, and we give them feedback. We give them, after they've done it, we talk again, we revise, we evaluate, and then we discuss what was the result and how you can improve. That's how we develop our team to become successful.
Yeah, so that's so important. Giving agents the blueprint, giving them the plan in order for them to follow step by step. And I love what you mentioned there
Yeah.
about, people wanting to learn, wanting to open their minds up to learn something new, right? To leverage the technology like AI and social media that, we are kind of living in this age where it helps us create so much leverage as business owners to be able to market ourselves and market the products and services that we are promoting as well. So now the other thing that I've come across a lot of when it comes to talking with leaders and broker owners and people who work a lot with team leaders and agency owners as well is when you look at the individual agent, a lot of times they make the transition to becoming a team leader or becoming the owner of their own agency. Now, I have seen just personally a lot of these agents struggle, right? Maybe they're very successful as a sales agent, but they struggle to become a successful leader. Have you seen something similar in your market? And if you have, what do you think are the missing pieces, right? What do you think are the skill sets that you absolutely are crucial that you need to develop if you want to be a successful leader that maybe you didn't develop as a successful individual entrepreneur or individual agent?
Okay. All right. This is very, very good question. I mean, we came across so many awesome agents in Indonesia, so many great agents in Indonesia. They are very, very good in sales. However, I noticed some of them are only good in sales. When we, try to make them a team leader or, broker owners, they just couldn't do it. It's just because there's something is missing in them. And I've been noticing it's just the leadership skill they don't have. Yeah, right. They need to learn. They need to develop, and then not only the leadership skill but the focus. I mean, when they when they were an agent. Yeah, when they become agent, they focus only to make sales, right? So they were very, very good. They met up with clients, they met up with buyers, they met up with owners. They are very good in making sales, right? So they never had any ideas how to become a broker owners or team leaders, how to develop a team, because they only know how to make sales, not how to develop. And when we try to make them a team leader, they tend to, you know, focus on sales for themselves as well instead of building a team. Yeah, so they need to understand when you become a broker owner or a team leader, it's a different game. Your customers as a broker owners, your customers is your team, your agents. As an agent, your customers is the owner or the buyers. So but because they were so comfortable become a good agent, and they was so many years become a great agent, so maybe the mindset or their point of view is still they want to make sales, they want to make more money by creating more sales, more transaction. I think that's a different game that they need to realize first. So once we open the mindset, usually people, some of them, they say, I think it's better for me to go back and become an agent, right? So I can focus, because after I try to become a team leader or broker owners, I lost half of my income from the transaction that I've done before previously. Half of them I lost it because I tried to build team, but my team doesn't really grow as well because I also try to focus on selling and make more sales for myself. So some of them, they said, I think it's better for me to go back to become an agent instead of a broker owner or team leader. But having said that, Kobe, some of them, they also learn so many things when they become a broker owners, when they become a team leaders. Okay, wow, this is great for me. I mean, now I don't have to, to do everything by myself. I have team now. We can, join together. We can work together as a team. move forward together as a team, and we can share our job or our task together as a team, and we can success together as a team. Some people, when they can see that as well, they started to strategize. Okay, what should I do as a team leader? And they started to see which uh, strength in every agent, in every team members that he has. So he started to develop and push the agent to have to grow their strengths and to cover their weaknesses as well. And I see those kind of people, they can also uh, do very well, and they can get a very very good result as well, Kobe. So there are two type of people. Some of them, they okay, I think this is not my type. This is not my forte. I think I just go back to my agents, become an agent, become a realtor. But some of them, they okay. I think this is a great opportunity for me. It's a different whole game, but I love it and I enjoy it, and I think I'm gonna do well in this thing. So there are always two type of that kind of people, Kobe, that I see.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I heard there was you have to let go a little bit as a
Yes.
leader. You have to let
Yeah.
other people take the responsibility.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's a very important skill, I think, for leaders to learn as well. And now that you're in a position, right? So when you first started with recruiting and being a leader, it was more so your friends and family, right? Bringing on your friends and family, your pre-existing
Yeah.
relationships to your
Yeah.
team as an agent. Now that you are essentially leading the expansion of a brand in a on a national or really a global scale, what has the strategy changed to? Are you still leveraging just relationships in the industry, or are you utilizing more of a different strategy now in order to head up the expansion of an entire brand on more of a national, larger scale?
Okay. As a head of expansion for Remax in Indonesia, so I don't recruit agents now, but I uh, sort of like work together with broker owners, right? So I open new offices every year. Everyone, we try to open at least one new branch in Indonesia. So right now, Remax in Indonesia, we have about more than 50 offices all over Indonesia, with about 1,300 to 1,500 agents all over Indonesia. And and I work together. I work closely with our broker owners, and how they can recruit more agents to become Remax family in Indonesia. Of course, the strategies is to to have to create a business plan, right? With every broker owner. So with every broker owner, every year, every end of the year, we always create business plan together with them. So in those business plan, we talk about the targeting for next year, and how many people, how many agents, new agents you wanna recruit, how many transaction you wanna have, and such and such. So we created business plan together, and we sort of work with the business owner. We work together closely with them to in order to get the business plan become reality. So whatever they targeted is can be achieved. So uh, this is why we try to develop business owner as well. So we just don't, train agents. We also train our broker owners. We call it here in Indonesia business owners, but in US we call it broker owners. So we train them, we coach them, we mentoring them. So we develop our broker owner as well, so they know who should they recruit, how they do recruitment. But we're not just training, just give the theory. Okay, this is how you do the trade. This is how you recruit. Okay, do it by yourself. No, but we also work together with them. We help them. We were there. We are there as well. Sometimes we created like sort of like a career day program, or we created like a recruitment day program for every office, and we are there to support them as well. So not only we work together with them, but we also involve with the recruitment, help them as well and such. After that, we help them doing the training for the new agents, because for the training of the new agents, it's all done by the master franchise, by the headquarters. We are the one who's training all the agents. But I this is why I mentioned earlier that we are so big on training. We are very, really think that training is very important for our agents, for our broker owners, for everyone. I think we just have to keep this training over and over again until until I don't think it will be finished yet. I think we're just gonna keep doing training every single day, every single year, every single month, every single week. We're just gonna keep training them, training new things, teaching new things and such. I think that's also one of the key factor for our team to become more successful in this industry.
Right. You always want to keep learning, keep developing
Yes,
yourself, right? Not just as an
yes,
agent, but also as the owner as well. So it doesn't matter what stage you are in your
yeah.
business, there's always something new to learn and there's always more training because that's how you go from your level to the next level and how you keep improving and maintaining your success as well.
That is correct, Kobe. That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think the last thing I really wanted to touch on with you was the retention side, right? So you can recruit
Mm.
as many agents as you would like, but if you're not
Yeah,
retaining, then the business model doesn't work. So I'm
yeah,
assuming it has a lot to do with training as well, because that is a big key factor in what we talked about. But what has
yeah,
you guys done when it comes to agent retention, whether if that's in your own brokerage before or currently now that you're
yeah.
doing with working with other business owners?
Yeah, of course, I think the biggest motivation for everyone to jump in into this business is, yeah, they want to make more money for themselves, for their family, for their loved ones, or they want to make a living, they want to get more income. I think the biggest our strategy for retention is to rewarding them. So every year we will have two events. The first one is a mid-year event, and the second one is the annual event. The annual event and the mid-year event is to give a recognition for every agent. Once you achieve this performance, this certain level of performance, then we're gonna give you a certification, or we're gonna give you a like a award kind of things. And there also a reward trip that we call in Indonesia. So reward trip is, for example, if you achieve this target, then we'll give you a trip to go to, for example, I think this year we went cruise. Last year we went to uh Korea or something. I forgot, either Korea or Taiwan or whatever. So we give a trip for free for them. And last year we also have a Remax Asia Pacific convention in Bali. So we also pay for those who manage to get a certain target. They can go to Bali, and everything will be covered by the office. So retention is also uh, play a very important part, because once you develop your team, once they are good, of course you want them to stay with you, right? You don't want them to move to other brand or to go to other places. That's why I also tell my our broker owners that retention is also will play a big part in your business. So you need to really, really careful, strategize for the retention program. And we also came up with the member get members program. So for example, if an agent, they brought another friends become the agents, we give them sort of like an overriding for the one who brought the agents. But the overriding will, you can only receive it when you are still with Remax. If you not with Remax, of course you cannot receive it again. And then we have this called a career progress. Once you start with the uh, uh, marketing associate, and then you can become a senior marketing associate, and then you can become an associate manager, senior associate manager, associate director, and such. So there's a certain career level, and along with that, once you go up, your portion of the split can become higher as well,
Hmm.
right? So whatever you have done, whatever you have given to the company, it will not be in vain. And we will, record that. We will put that in mind, and then you will get more and more uh, during your partnership with Remax, of course. So we want everybody wins. We want the agent wins, we want the broker owner wins, we want the headquarters win, everyone wins.
Yeah, that's the right strategy to retain agents, right? Is to keep
Mm,
giving them rewards, but also make them feel like that there are levels to, continue to improve on, right? There's
yeah,
bigger and better things as well. So there's a clear path for them, and also there's a clear value and benefit for maintaining their association with your brand as well. So that's really good on you guys, and I wish you guys continued success moving forward as well. But Charlie, man, appreciate you taking some time today with us on the podcast. For our listeners out there who want to maybe learn a little bit more about what you're doing, I know you're pretty big on social media. That's how we connected.
yeah,
What are some of
yeah.
the best places for people to find you and to maybe learn a little bit more about how they can collaborate with you in the future as well?
Okay, well, they can always connect to me through my Instagram. I have my Instagram is at Charlie_Lim. And I also have my TikTok account as well with the same charlie.lim. So come connect with me. We can always discuss about Indonesia, property outlook, or whatsoever. We can always collaborate. We are also big on referrals. We have, Indonesian customers, buyers looking all over, property in America, in Australia, and whatever. So you can always connect me on my Instagram first.
Absolutely. We will make sure to leave the links to your Instagram in the description down below so that way people can connect with you if they want to. But Charlie, other than that, man, I want to thank you for being on the show. Before we let you go, is there any last pieces of advice, any last tips you would like to leave with us?
Okay, probably just last thing from me that in real estate industry is so big, not only in Indonesia, but I believe it will be in any other countries as well. It's so big, so uh, to jump into the real estate, uh, you know, as soon as possible, that's the best way because in real estate, it's a for me, it's the best investment ever.
Absolutely. Charlie, thanks so much for being on the show. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on the next show. Take care.
Thank you, Kobe. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.